The question always comes up. One of the very first questions is, how far can I go on a single charge? Well, you know, I say come to the point of the ride where I just can't ride anymore. So I'm gonna leave the bike here and go check out this little area. Hopefully we find something. Yeah, I went through a mud puddle that was extremely deep. It sure didn't look like it was, but I'm gonna tell you what, it came, I'll show you here in a second, came pretty high up on the bike. My whole backside's soaked. Check this out. It came up to about right there. So everything in the motor was underwater. Or under mud, I guess. Anyway. Alright. This is not a turkey hunt video or anything, but I am scouting before we do the bike review. So look what I found. Yeah. Should have came here deer hunted. Alright, so we're gonna do this video a little backwards. So first of all, welcome to my channel, guys. I'm out here in the woods, plan on doing a little bike review. We are also going to be reviewing a light. Yes, I guess I'm the flashlight guy now, but I do want to show you, it's a pretty phenomenal light. It's really bright, and I'm really excited about this one because look how freaking small this sucker is. Now, I do have an Olight that I do like, and I got this one because it snaps on my hat. So, and it's way lighter and it doesn't move around. The Olight was good, but this light right here is so much lighter and crazy, crazy bright. So this right now is what I'm using to come in the woods, in and out. It's got a pretty good battery life, and I'll leave all the specs down below. I'll also leave a link down below. So let me just tell you guys a little bit about this light, just so you guys are aware. This is a rechargeable light. You cannot change the battery in it. You unscrew the bezel right here, and your charging port is right there. So super awesome, extremely light. I mean, you put it in your pocket, you don't even know it's there. And you guys will see here in a second. I'm gonna show you guys, back up the video a little bit and show you guys how bright this sucker is. I'm also going to show you guys a light on my bike, which will obviously have a link down below to Amazon. If you guys decide to buy from there, it will help my channel grow. I put all the money back in here so I can keep doing these videos for you guys. So definitely check these videos out. I will also leave a timestamp right here if you guys are interested and just skipping all of the little light reviews. They won't be very long, but I will be reviewing them just very briefly, so it may be beneficial for you guys to check them out to see if you guys are interested in them, because like I said, they are extremely good. Anyway, let's get on with the video. You guys will see the bike. I'm going to give you some insight of what I think. I've had it just almost a year now, and I think I can give a pretty good review on it. And I put quite a bit of miles on it. I've ridden a lot in the woods here. I have it here today. You're going to see some footage, and I'm going to tell you about it. So definitely stick around. Like I said, you know, hit that timestamp right here. I'll put it up here one more time again. If you just want to skip there off, and I will leave it down in the description if you just want to click on the little timestamp down there in the description. And yeah, so let's get right on with this video, guys. So even though I know you guys really can't see anything, I'm going to stand in front of the camera here in a second, and I'm going to show you guys. And this road is completely dark. This is the lowest beam on this light right here. All right, and you probably really can't see a whole lot, but I'm going to show you guys. So, I mean, that's the lowest beam, and it is super, super bright. I mean, I can see easily probably close to 30 yards, every bit of it. Now, let's do the main bright light of it. Look at that, guys. Don't tell me you can't see every little I mean, this light is, I mean, these lights have come so incredibly far. It's amazing. Let's see if I can get that's the lowest beam. The very lowest. I mean, you guys can see plain and simple. And if I turn it off, I mean, it's dark. So, and then of course, you know, the main beam. I mean, it's incredible, guys. All right, I gotta get in the woods. I mean, I'm in the woods, but I gotta get on down. Here, let me give you I mean, you can see all the way to the bottom of the woods there. It's crazy how bright this little thing is. Get you one, guys. I'm telling you, these lights have come a long way. If you're a coon hunter or whatever, I mean, look at this. It's amazing. It's just freaking crazy. All right, one more thing I want to show you guys. If you guys ride your bike in the dark, like in the woods, like right now, you need to get you a light. Let me show you what I have. How bright that sucker is. Now that's on low beam. Now this is on high beam right here. Now, honestly, it's way bigger than the one in my pocket, but guys, it is just as bright, the one that I showed you a second ago. Now, I mean, look at that. Now, it's got different beams, of course, you know. That's the high beam, that's the medium, and that's the low. And then, of course, you got the blinker. But anyway, get you one. I'll leave the link down below. I'll show you guys a little later on today what to get. Guys, I'm telling you, these bikes are game changers, and especially when you got a light to see through the woods, it's a no-brainer. So before I get really started, hot and heavy into this review, I do want to say a couple things. Now, what I'm about to tell you guys, if you guys have what I'm going to mention, please know that I'm not making fun of you guys. I'm not bashing what you have. I'm not doing any of that. But I will tell you this. I have now ridden with a few different bike manufacturers. One is the Quiet Cat, and the other is the Rad Rover bike. Now, like I said, don't take anything out of context. I'm gonna tell you that those bikes are freaking excellent. They are beautiful bikes, plenty of options, but what they don't have is the power, the torque. You know, they lack a lot of power, whereas mine has a ton of power. And you guys will see throughout the video basically what I'm talking about with the power, how much it can go up a hill. You know, we'll talk briefly about how far I can go on a battery charge, so on and so forth. But I've ridden with both bikes. We took it in some, I'm not gonna say some hard terrain, but we took it in some terrain. I will show you, I got a few clips of the Rad Rover. Just so you know, I told the guy who has the Rad Rover I was gonna record him, and he didn't seem to be too upset about it. And like I said, if you're watching this, you know who you are. Know that I'm not making fun of your bike, but you've said it yourself, you know, the torque is just phenomenal, and it's different. I mean, you know, I don't have to pedal where, you know, the Rad Rover did. Let's get right into what I think of this bike. Now, like I said, there'll be some clips throughout the video of me riding, you know, and I'll show you some different areas I've been in, and you know, we'll talk about the pros and the cons of what I think about this bike. You know, one thing I do want to stress before I get really into the pros and the cons of, you know, the whole video is wear your damn helmet. I know it looks stupid and I know you feel stupid wearing it, but I think I showed this last time, or maybe I didn't, I can't remember. But you see this doink right here? Right under my finger and right here? Had I not been wearing that, that would have been in my head. And let me tell you, when I hit that stub and the tree hanging down, when I hit that thing, it let me know it was there. Had I not had that helmet on, it would have probably, I'm not gonna say scalped me, but it would have done pretty, you know, a lot of damage. So, you know, I know it looks stupid, but just wear the damn thing, guys. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. And, you know, if people laugh at you, well, so be it. You know, at least you know you're gonna go home safe without a bunch of trips to the hospital or a bunch of holes in your head or whatever. So just wear the damn thing, guys. It's that easy. So I wear that in gloves when I'm in the woods all the time, because if you ride bikes at all, you know, especially in the woods, that these overhanging limbs, sometimes you have to swerve around one to get, you know, past another one. And, you know, sometimes you hit the little edge of the trees. And let me tell you, it sucks. So anyway, just wear your gloves and your helmet. So I do want to tell you guys, I recommend the helmet, gloves, eye protection. Now I wear glasses anyway, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you don't want to do that either. At least you get to see a screw up. I'm not even going to edit that part out. So anyway, definitely wear your protective gear, guys. You know, it may look stupid, but you know what? You may save yourself literally a headache. And I'm not going to keep preaching safety. You guys should already know by now. But I do want to tell you guys a few things about the bike now. Like I mentioned, I'm not against the Rad Rover, the Quiet Cat, and any of these other brands that come out, Rambo. All nice bikes. All right. Those bikes, personally to me, have so many options, like I mentioned before, and they're so nice. Okay, this bike here is basically, it's not the prettiest bike, but it does what it needs to do. It's got way more torque, longer distances, because it's basically, everything's upgraded. So everything is better per se, okay? I really think that if you have the money and you know somebody, or even if you don't know somebody and you live close to Virginia, the guy that made my bike is going into business, guys. I can hook you up. And I'm telling you, he will let you ride his loaner bike before you even decide. It may be worth the trip coming down here, because you're looking at $6,000 for one of those bikes. This bike here, you know, starts out right about $2,500, what I have sitting right there. And I'm telling you, you guys will see, if you haven't already, if the clips aren't above here or maybe it past here, I'm going to show you guys going up a really steep hill. Now, the steep hill I'm going to climb is the steepest hill that I've ever been on. And I do have to pedal just a little bit, but if I go in an angle, it goes right up. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say that it's going to go up every single hill, but it goes up way more hills than a lot of other bikes. So anyway, I do want to show you guys a few little tips. We'll close out with the pros and the cons of what I think about this bike, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So let me show you guys a pretty decent tip that I think is extremely important, because these bikes are heavy. So definitely watch this next little part for sure, because I see a lot of people struggle with this, and there's no reason to. I'm also going to show you how to load it onto your truck, if that's what you do carry it in. I carry it in my truck. So I'll show you how the easiest route to carry this thing, because I want to say it's probably, you know, 75 pounds, 70 or 75 pounds, because it's pretty heavy. So I do want to show you how I unload and load it. So first things first, let me show you one really good tip. So let's say you guys are on a road and you have to turn around. A lot of people will get off their bikes, you know, do all this number right here, and then turn itself around, all right? You don't have to do that. So what I do when I'm on a road that I have to turn around, I'll do it two different ways. I'll show you straight on and I'll show you sideways. So I grab the front brake and I just use my momentum on my legs to turn it. All right, show you one more time here. Show you from the side view. All right, so I take the front brake and I lock it in and I lift the back up and I just walk it around. So basically, I'm not struggling to do anything. I'm basically just, you know, just walking it, and there's really no struggle whatsoever. It's super, super easy this way. You don't have to get off your bike and you're back on the road. You're hauling butt, getting where you want to go. So that is the one tip that I want to tell you guys. Also, you probably can't see very good, but my pants are super muddy right now, but tuck your pants in if you have any flare to your pants, because they will catch in your chain guard. Now on the Quiet Cat and stuff, I believe they have a chain guard, so you don't have to. Mine does not. So I've ripped many of my pants. You know, it is what it is. I've learned just to tuck them in, problem solved. Now I did have mud flaps on here to alleviate the mud problem. However, I cinched them down in my truck and broke them. In the back I broke off when I jumped and I fell off. It snapped the back right off. So I'm gonna be fixing those. Mud flaps, I think, are a decent thing as long as they're not super noisy. Go ahead and spend a little bit more money if you want mud flaps to make them a little better. Now I'm gonna put mine back on, but I'm gonna get a little better pair. So mud flaps are excellent. This light right here is a must, guys. I went down this road all the way about half a mile in the dark, stopped, went another about mile or so, and I could see perfectly. This light you saw in the beginning of the video is just hands down awesome. I think that is pretty awesome to get. Like I said, the link for that will be down below also. Now let's talk about some pros. So the pros on this bike is obviously the quietness and the distance you can get, because you can go forever on these things. You know, the question always comes up. One of the very first questions is, how far can I go on a single charge? Well, you know, I say it just depends. You know, on these roads here, you know, I may go 20 miles, I may go 25, I may go 15. It just depends on how much I pedal and how much I use the throttle. Now, these roads here, so far I've got about 16 miles on here, and I'm getting close to about a little under 3/4 of a battery life, I guess, if you want to call it that. So it will need a charge very shortly. But, you know, what I'm going to do later on this summertime is take it. There's a long road, and I will show you guys the road. If you guys are interested in just looking on Google Earth and seeing, I'm going to drive from one end to the other. It's about 29 or 35 miles. I can't remember, somewhere around there. And it's up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm going to let my wife let me off, and I'm just going to ride it, and we're going to see how far one single charge will go constantly, because I want to know. I do want to know. It's a pretty decent road. There's a few hills, like I said, and it's more rolling than anything. Then I wanted to get on a flat road with no hills and just ride and see how far it takes me, because I want to know. You guys want to know, I want to know, you know. But, you know, not every battery, not every bike is going to be the same. If you pedal, it helps a little bit, you know. It just depends on what what you're after. I prefer never to pedal, so that's why I only can go so far. Now, I do pedal sometimes, especially up those super, super, super steep hills, but, you know, for the most part, I just do the throttle and go on. Pros with these bikes is, you know, you can get in the woods quietly. You can get into your fishing spot quietly, faster. You know, you don't have to get up 4 o'clock to get here, to get, you know, 2 miles down this road, because in 4.5 minutes or so, you're already there, or even less than that. You know, it's that quick. This thing just, it zips, man, I'm telling you. You know, the top speed I've had this on is 31 miles an hour. You know, for a fat boy, that's moving. You know, wear your helmet. Should have to tell you that. Another pro is if you own a Ford. Now, just take this at face value, guys. If you own a Ford, which I do not, I have a Dodge. But if you do own a Ford, make sure you get one of these, because when you break down, you won't have to wait on the tow truck. You can actually go, you know, to the gas station and, hey, you know, I'm embarrassed because I have a Ford, but is there any way you can, you know, hook me up without anybody seeing me? So I'm just saying, you know, this is another option for you Ford owners. You know, you may want to get one of these, because, just saying, that's another pro. You know, you want to invest in a good seat, because comfort is, trust me, if you get a cheap seat on these bikes, you're going to know it. It sucks. So I got this really nice seat. I'll leave a link down on Amazon, obviously, for that too. It's a really high quality seat. You know, $35 I think I paid for it roughly. All right, let's talk about a few of the cons. Now, the cons for my bike is this, and I'm going to show you guys real quick. I'm not going to wear my helmet. I know I should after I preached it, right? But I'm going to show you my brakes. Now listen close to these brakes. Now they're not too bad right now, but when you're coming down a hill and you're kind of holding them, you know, because you're coming down, you know, you don't want to get too fast, they squeal like a pig, you know, and it's very loud. So that is one reason why I did not carry it in the woods deer hunting, because I didn't want to basically make anybody mad squealing down the mountain, you know. It's time to show you guys how to load a bike in the truck that I think is the way. Now, I used to just pick the damn thing up, you know, but, you know, I got an easier way to show you. I'm going to show you how to put it in. I'm going to show you how to take it out. Now, I'm not going to show you how to strap it in because that's on you. You got to learn how to strap it in yourself. I just put a little teeny weeny bungee cord around mine. That's fine, but everybody's different. You know, if I didn't have this fifth wheel in the back for my camper, I would be doing it a lot different. So let me show you how I put it in here. To me, it's the easiest route. You're not straining your butt or your nuts, and it's super easy. Let me show you guys how I put it in here. May help you, may not, and then we'll close the video out. All right, so the first thing I do is I get the bike lined up where I want it to be. Now, what I like to do is I like to get the handlebars close to the tailgate as possible, and this is where I'm gonna be going straight into the bed of my truck. Now, if that fifth wheel was in the way, I would put it towards the middle, but since this is where I'm gonna put it, this is where it's gonna be. So I know that the tire needs to line up kind of where I'm gonna be going. And I have a little spot, which I'm gonna show you here in just a second, where it goes in, and that's where I need to go. So what I'll do is I'll grab the front brake after I get it where I want it, and I will just take my hand on the back and I'll lift it straight up. All right, and I'll turn the wheel like this while I'm holding the brake, and I'll roll it in here like this. So now I'm lined up. So when I get to this point right here, while I'm still holding the brake, I'll push it straight up, and I'll let the bike basically do all the work. See, I'm holding it with one hand right here, and the bike's sitting there perfect. Then I'll turn the wheels, and I'll just roll it on in. Use the wheels, roll it on in. Then I'll strap it up. All right, now to get it out, all you have to do is this. This is the way I do it right here, super easy. Same concept basically. I'll take my handlebars and I'll roll it out here like so. All the while I know where my front brake is, so I'll just lift it straight down. Same thing. Grab the front brake and just let it come down. That easy. There was no problems getting it down. Now I'm going to show you guys from we're a little ways away from the camera here, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like doing it, putting it in fast. So let's do it. All right, so we swing the bike around like so, get it kind of where I want it. All right, put it in, let the bike do the work, push it up, roll it in with the tire, and that's it, just like that. It is loaded and no problems. We're done. We just go home. So now you know how to do it. I'm very dirty, as you see. It was a muddy ride today. You know, we just had a lot of rain, as you can probably see. The ground is still wet. So anyway, super easy, guys. If you guys are interested in getting a bike, let me know. If you guys are close to Virginia, you want to travel here, we can probably set up something for you, get it picked out, and get you guys started on your journey. Let me tell you, just take a trip down here. You can even ride mine, I don't care. So awesome, guys. And the guy that makes these is so super awesome, and he's smart and he's knowledgeable. Trust me, guys, these bikes will change your life if you're looking at one. Try out a Quiet Cat before you decide, then try out one like this. You'll see a huge difference. All right, guys, like I said, Don't take anything I said personally. You know, this just what I see, what I have literally lived. These are my opinions, of course. But when I told you about the torque and stuff, that is legit, because you can ask anybody with a Rad Rover that's had one that somebody's made. Huge difference. All right, I'm gonna end this right here, guys. Like I said, the only cons I have with the bike is the brakes, basically, and that's about it. So other than that, I love my bike. I mean, you know, just make sure you wear your helmet. Make sure you wear some gloves and some safety glasses, guys. It only takes a second to get hurt and a lifetime to get over it. All right, guys, if you like what you see here, make sure that you like and subscribe if you want to see what's next. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.